Hello. So we're just at the start of our demonstration. How are you feeling, Paula?
Very nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I always am nervous. I'm always nervous. Yeah, don't matter how many dems you do, you always get nervous.
How many people are out there?
I'd say about 18.
Is that enough?
It's enough. It's enough to work with. It's plenty to work with, but it's still, you know,
Are you
no
shitting a
matter
break?
how many times you do a dem, it's
Do
still...
you need a plug for your bum?
Oh, I need a drink.
Okay.
But I'm very strict. I don't mix alcohol when I'm doing my work. See?
Okay. So
Well, I need one lot of spirit tonight,
for the minute.
for the minute.
So next time you see us, we will be
Working.
Possibly. So whoever we get drawn to will be getting, we might be able to go through most of you, we'll just see how the evening goes. When you're working with me, I'll be giving you a card and then I'll be saying whatever the tarot card means to you is relevant for whatever situation now, because it'll be current. And then when Paula works, she'll be connecting clairvoyantly. So working a little bit psychic, but also with mediumship as well, and possibly psychometry. Okay, so you get a little bit of both within it. So it's the Eight of Pentacles. Claire, was it?
Yeah, Claire.
Okay. So Claire, this card is saying for you to be a little bit more focused at the moment. It's saying for you to put all your eggs in one basket and to tie up loose ends. There's a situation particularly around work. And I'm hearing around personal, so I want to talk about two different things at the moment. Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
So would you understand where you need to pay a little bit more attention within that relationship and have a bit more focus, and maybe have a bit more time together, or pay particular attention to building it to another level? Does that make sense to you? And would you also understand around work as well, where I don't know if you're a little bit scattered around work, but where again you need to put all your eggs in one basket and start tying things up around there? Because I'm feeling that as the months move forward, you're going to be really busy. So it's talking about things that have gone on since about November time, where you'll need to just collect all of that and start finishing things off before you start a lot of new projects. Does that make sense around you?
Yeah.
Do you understand where the emphasis is on homing in, and within personal and within work, homing in and paying attention to detail of things as well? So I don't know if there's paperwork stuff around you as well. It feels quite practical rather than emotional things. That you have to start doing practical things and just getting everything organised and everything together, but also within paperwork and money as well. I'm hearing about money, talking about money, to again get all your finances in order. Do you have a holiday that you've already talked about for later on in the year?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so around March time there's going to be talks about a holiday that's coming up. And it feels like if you start getting all your finances together now, you're going to be in a much better position from them to be able to say, yeah, I can do it. And I can feel this is either going to be with another couple or with friends this holiday as well. So does that make sense?
Yeah,
So literally it's
yeah.
saying put all your eggs in one basket. A lot of focus and attention is needed if you want to get the results. If you can put all the effort in, you will get the results from it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a little bit of hard work doing all of that. But if you just keep doing it rather than starting lots of new things and being too scattered, then you'll be able to get that goal that you want. This is about, so communication is really important at the moment around you, particularly with partnerships, whether it's romantic relationships or whether it's with working relationships, okay? Very strong connection with you and somebody else. So if you're not in a relationship at the moment, you might have somebody just on the outside that is going to be coming in around you, okay? It's particularly good for relationships. It's talking about, both of them talk about the truth. So in any relationship, or whether it's work or whether it's personal, it's going to be really important to be open, be honest, talk about, literally put your cards on the table. Anything that's hidden will come out. So the importance is on communication and being honest there. If there are any, particularly within two people relationships, so friendships or personal, if it's two people, I feel that there could be a few little challenges around where you might bump heads a little bit, but this can be smoothed out with clear communication, okay? Now I know that you deal with legal work, so the Justice card does reflect legal work, legalities, paperwork as well, but it also talks about cause and effect, so a little bit similar to karma, with either your actions or somebody else's actions around you. If it's done in a good way, it's going to have a good effect. If something is done in a negative way, this card is saying things are going to come to light, and the karma is coming, where cause and effect is going to be, the truth is going to come out. And for the right reason, for the good of the universe, you'll get the answers from that. Now, it isn't necessarily saying you're going to get a win or not, but it's saying the right thing will be done.
That's already occurred today.
I was talking to you, I was being shown property around you. Now, I feel this is a personal thing for you, okay? So I do feel there is going to be a move of home coming up for you. So that if you've thought about that or talked about it. But I was seeing sort of property and money and having to balance things out. But they're saying you need to just keep a rein on what you're spending at the moment. Can you understand that?
I always keep a record of what I'm spending.
Okay, because I just feel you're investing in something or you're doing something that you're thinking about you rather than everyone else this year. So for me it feels very much like I do feel a change coming up at the end of the year. I want to go around September time. Okay, but also I can see you wearing glasses. Are you due to get your eyes checked?
You had this the last time you gave me a reading, and yes I am. Yes,
Have
I
you
am.
had them checked?
I haven't had time, Paula.
That's why they're bringing up.
Keep your eye on that.
No, for me it feels very much your energies are too scattered, but they're saying be careful, not be careful, I've got to choose my words carefully, otherwise I'll get told off. Be wise about who you invest your time in.
Mindful.
I'm going to say wise.
All right.
And don't waste your energy too much, because to be honest, the last couple of months, I feel the last 2 months in particular, I feel you've sort of burnt yourself out a little bit. Does that make sense?
I've been really overstressed. And
Yeah, really tired, really tired.
I
So
had to take a break.
yeah, so take some time out, but also this year is about thinking about you. It's a new chapter, and they're showing me alarm clocks. I'm seeing lots of alarm clocks around you. So for me, it's not about setting up, the time to get up in the morning. It's about timing. All right, so the timing's right this year. I want to say last year, if we go, they're taking me back to April last year. So you might have to think about this one, but there's something that would have been significant, something that you wanted to do last year, but as we come into this year, this is about you working on your own and doing more things on your own. So you're scattering your energies, and you're trying to work with too many people, and it's not working.
I've taken other steps in business on
Health, really, just for your own stresses, and particularly over the next 4 weeks. So even if it's just a weekend you've got off, put your feet up, do things that you enjoy doing. I hear that there's more creative things that you would like to do than what you actually get time to do. Do you work doing like something you're not happy with at the moment, a bit more mundane, but you want to do something more creative? Does that make sense?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, I like sort of. Are you not happy in your job, or are you bored of it?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, well I know that there's something you want to do that's a bit more creative, very different to what you are doing, but you either haven't got the confidence or you don't think that the time is right to do it. Does that make sense? But over the next 4 weeks you'll start to feel a little bit more creative, and you should start to see some opportunities coming in where you can bring them ideas and that energy in, okay? So stepping out of the stuff that's worrying you will help your mind. Do you meditate as well? So you can Google meditations nowadays, you can get it all on there. Or you can come to Paula's on a Wednesday.
Got that in.
Yeah, meditation would be good, okay, would be good for you. A little bit of mindfulness, where you can just distract yourself from whatever it is sort of bugging you there. Significant around yourself, but I'm hearing good things are going to be coming up for March for you, okay? As you move into the spring months, there's a lot more movement coming in for you. Things are going to pick up speed. It's going to be a lot busier. I don't know if you've got a new idea now or a new job coming up for you now, but there feels like there's something new that I want to go for right now. I don't want to wait until March before that happens. Does that make sense around you?
Yeah.
Is it a new job? Have you got a new job or a new idea?
It's a
new idea
towards a new job, yeah.
Right, okay. Is it quite creative? Would you understand being excited about it and feeling?
Yes, yeah.
So I feel that energy is really going to be positive for you, and I want to do it. I don't want to put it off until next week, next month. I feel like really get going with it, and it will also branch out into different areas for you as well. So that it's like an umbrella. There'll be like different things that you can do from it. So this one first idea, this little seed, will then start sprouting to lots of other areas there as well. I do keep hearing March, so if you haven't got any birthdays or anniversaries connected around March, then I know there's going to be some positive changes there for you. Do you have any baby news around you as well? So just remember I said it, I'm not normally right, but there's going to be some I do feel there's going to be some baby news or new family addition, you know, around you here, which again I feel quite excited about as well. But all the energy is pointed to something new and creative that needs to start going for it now. It's like there's been an aha moment or this little bit of clarification that's come since Christmas time, when you can see things a bit clearer now and be like, yeah, now I know where I'm going. You also understand talking to somebody else with this. It's like a business idea with someone else. I don't feel it's you on your own completely. There'll be someone else either helping you or working with you, or you'll be putting your ideas to them so they can give you the advice that's needed to go. Does that make
that makes absolute
does
sense.
that make
Yeah,
sense?
it's all happening now, yeah.
Good. Okay, I feel quite good about it. Okay, so as long as all that energy stays positive, and you've got that drive still, just look out for March, because there's a turning point. Whether that's when you can leave your job
Okay.
and really start moving forward, and just build it between now and then. But it is now's the time to get going, and that you will be busy as the spring months move forward.
Yeah.
All right, that's part of your idea.
Yeah.
But the spiritual pathway, holistic pathway, is going to grow for you as well. Okay. So do you understand where, I don't know if you've been controlled recently or had a controlling situation. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Do you understand where you need to take back charge? And I feel like either someone's told you that now you need to start holding your own a little bit. Does that make sense? Yeah? So it's about being master of your own destiny, okay? Is your dad still here? Your dad, yeah, your dad's still here. Has he got a strong influence around you?
Yeah.
Is he the controlling one?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple.
Right, okay, so it's males.
Yeah.
Males, okay. So I feel I want to be a bit more independent, stand on my own a little bit. Even though they've got some good advice with them, they can be a bit too forceful. So I feel January now, and it's like females, so I don't know if it's friends have been telling you need to stand on your own. Do you have a son as well?
Yeah.
So I don't know why he links in with this. Is he a bit sensitive? Yeah. So I feel like he could be learning from you as well in the way, you know, like how we're taught from our parents. So whatever you're going through will have a knock-on effect on your son as well, okay? So by being master of your own destiny, taking charge and not letting people bully you or control you, he will also see that people don't need to do that. So he will get a bit stronger himself. Otherwise he's going to think it's normal for that to happen, like behaviour pattern. Does that make sense around
He's
it?
awful to me too.
Oh, so he's watched it.
All of them.
Okay, so he's probably seen it happen,
Yeah.
seen you allow it. So for me, January, there's a little bit of a penny dropping moment. Is there an Aries around you as well?
Yeah.
Who's the Aries?
One of my daughters.
Okay, is she also a little bit feisty and a little bit bossy?
No, she's not. No, she's not too bad.
Not too bossy, okay. So okay, I'm just seeing why I'm picking up her energy then. Whether she needs to again follow your footsteps and just stick up for herself a little bit more and not again follow that male pattern behaviour.
Yeah.
But it's going to start from you, I'm afraid, where you'll have to kind of be master of your own destiny, take charge and be back in control. But it's saying that this is your year to be able to do that, to be a lot stronger. Do you work in the public?
I used to.
Okay. Would you be thinking about going back working with the public? Because I can see public working around you, which I feel happier with. Okay, I feel something better where you are working with the public. And I think April, May time is going to be significant with some changes around work for you as well. Okay. But just know that you're doing the right thing for everybody by changing the pattern and not letting people control you in any way.
So, you know when we feel impressed to write, there's loads and loads. And I feel, if you've ever done automatic writing, have you ever done that?
No.
Do you work with guides? I've got to ask you that. If you're not aware of him, they're saying cheating.
I think I am quite spiritual.
Right, you are very spiritual.
I don't.
And I'm being shown all around your aura, I'm seeing lots of crystals. So that is something that you need to be doing. Now, this guide that's coming in, do you ever sometimes feel like a stroke down your face? That's him. So he comes in and he just strokes your face. So sometimes, I mean, I'm I'm not so good at talking, I prefer to write.
Really?
And it's very much the same, I feel, for you. The way you express yourself, you could do it through a lot of writing, but he keeps talking about a book. Right? So when you feel this, as he comes in around you, he's very smart, this guy that comes in. Now he's connected. I don't feel he's English. Was he French? But that language barrier doesn't get in the way. So I feel very. It's got quite. It's making me feel like I've got this thick moustache that flicks up.
Inspector Clouseau.
So I'm not going to go in trance or anything. I'm not going to suddenly grow a moustache or anything. I'm not letting him come that close.
Poirot.
But, on a serious note, if you can start writing things down, but he's also talking about you looking after your finances. Or I want to say the last 2 years you've worked very hard at something. Does that make sense? And you've put all the hard work in. So now's the time. Okay, it's just showing me Switzerland as well.
Oh, God.
Okay, now,
Sorry.
if when I'm working with spirit, I've got to try and interpret, and I don't really get it wrong. So people say rubbish, but this Switzerland thing, I feel you're going to have a trip there.
Oh.
So whether you've ever feel drawn to the place, I don't know. And I know it's Switzerland, it's nowhere else. But you need some healing. Do you understand that? Around your head, I'm getting... Again, when we don't express this energy that we've got, it can make us feel tired. The numbers is significant to do with angel numbers. So I don't know if you look them up or you keep seeing numbers recently.
Yeah, no, I do angel cards, yeah.
They've given me 77, and I can't interpret what that means. So if you've got an angel book, can you look it up?
Yeah.
But it's very much, I feel for you, it's about travel. There's lots of travel. There's travel that you could be doing. But there's a part of your nature that you need to buckle down and you need to get this right and done. But your mind's too scattered and all over the place. This 2-year period of hard work that you've done, can you just sort of... they're saying get that tied up, just get that, because I'm seeing like documents, I'm seeing things signed, and I'm seeing like, as if someone's done a certificate and you see it stamped.
Sure.
They've earned something.
Yeah.
So it's as if the 2 years of hard work you've done, you can now move on to the next stage.
Link with this, I don't know if she's a lot more supportive now than what she used to be within your spiritual growth, but it does feel like she's starting to understand things a little bit more. And you're a lot stronger now than wherever you have been. It's like this is at your strongest point, and that you're both on the same page, you're both working towards the same goal. But I do feel she's opened up a little bit more than where she was, either understanding what all the stuff you've brought to her or where she's come out and about with you a little bit more. But there's a lot more coming up for her within spiritual stuff as well. She'll start to sense things and see things.
Yeah.
But the union between the two of you this year feels a lot more solid. And whether you want to still pursue all your spiritual ideas and everything, but it feels like the family is going to be really important. That's going to be your priority. Whereas last year might have been trying to find yourself a little bit more. This year it's about the family. So the High Priestess is about trusting your intuition. Following what feels right for you is a very spiritual card, very psychic card. Following your intuition and possibly looking for a mentor as well, or somebody that you can learn spiritual advice from, spiritual awareness from. But my main feeling from it for you is about trusting your own gut feeling and really listening to yourself and not being pulled into different directions from other people's opinions there. Do you meditate at all?
Yeah.
Good. So in this, it feels like you're going to get all your own answers, okay? So having some meditation is going to be really, really good for you, where if you've got questions, because I do feel there's some dilemmas around you coming up, it does feel more within work, okay? And as I've said that, and I've heard there's also personal questions as well, okay? So I want to talk about the work first of all, where again, now I know bits about you, but it's been a while. Do you work on your own more now? Or have you branched off?
Not yet.
Okay, so I want to be branching off, but it feels like you might not have the confidence to do it, or think, maybe I'll just keep plodding on as I am. But there's something where you know that you need to branch off or do your own thing a little bit more. Does that make sense? So just trusting your intuition. March again will be quite significant, so you might find that you'll really get that feeling from March when the work starts to pick up a bit at the time of year. And I also feel, have you got a relationship around you at the moment? Do you understand where there's a question mark around it then, where you've got either an X that's floating around or there's somebody that's kind of there but not there? Does that make sense?
Always, yeah.
Okay. So you need to trust your gut instinct with what to do with that. It's like your head and your heart are telling you two different things with that, okay? And if that doesn't make sense to that X, there will be somebody around you where your head and your heart will be telling you two different things. So follow what your heart says.
And, well,
You
I'm seeing,
sure?
and it's not, someone who's quite generous with roses. I'm not talking about one. They're quite expensive, aren't they, roses? But I'm seeing lots of roses, all right? And this is nothing to do with anything else. This is to do with this relationship, okay? And I was stood there and I was just like, okay, because obviously when we're working like this, I'm trying to get the strongest link, and I just kept seeing these red roses being put in the lap. Have you been feeling a little bit, because I feel a little bit nauseous at the moment.
Not pregnant, are you?
No, thank you. Sorry.
Was that a joke?
I feel a little bit nauseous, so there's a little bit of anxiety about this. I'm not sure where it's going. So for me, it feels very much, it's come on a lot quicker than you thought. Does that make sense? Yeah. You've grown very close. This is what these roses, I'm not saying he's going to go out and buy it. It could just be symbolic of this is going to blossom sort of thing. But do you know what? Is it quite romantic? Because I do get red roses they just corrected me then. He's not. Did you say he's not romantic?
No, he is.
Yeah, good. Because when I was talking about
We
the
should have got off
roses-
with him that night instead of her.
Yeah, Martin, never passed this way. I hope he's watching this.
I'm not saying anything.
But they just corrected me then, so I feel he is going to buy you some and he's going to take you away. Now, I'm here in Amsterdam. Have you talked about going to Amsterdam?
Shall I pack my suitcase now?
You can do if you
Are
like.
you taking me to Amsterdam?
No, there's going to be some surprising news. I want to say within a month. Not that you're going to go within a month, but you're going to hear some news. All right, he's not going to get down on one knee and all that at the moment. But it feels to me it's very much, it's progressed very quickly.
You sure you're not pregnant?
Leave me alone.
Has he been a little, I've got glasses, has he been, there's other two good looking mates that were out with him that night.
I can't remember.
That's not on camera, is it?
No.
Don't put
Yeah,
that on
I'm
the
joking.
It
Don't
is.
put that on the website.
No, Martin will forgive me. Has he sort of distanced himself a little bit?
Yeah.
He's so loved up, isn't he? So you're quite lucky, really, isn't you?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay, but no, I just feel you needed to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, and that's why, and I did say didn't I, but you never brought me forward.
House as well. I'm thinking about moving house. That I feel over the next 6 months, and I'm hearing across water as well. So it could be like the other White or Gospel, I don't know. But they're talking about across water or where there'll be a water connection. Okay.
Amsterdam.
But in the next 6 months, I'll tell you about Amsterdam in a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a break. But yeah, you've got moving into calmer water and things in the next 6 months. There's a lot of transition, but things will be calmer. You don't know where you're heading at the moment. You don't know where you're going, but you know that you're going to be coming out of something that's been quite mentally difficult for you. I don't want to worry about your work situation. I feel like just let it go. And the best thing was to move forward from that. But new things are going to be happening over the next months. And in 6, by the time June comes, you'll be in such a different place from where you were in November, okay? And it's just going to get better for you. So the transition might feel a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit weird as you go through it, but just know that there's light at the end of the tunnel and there's a lot more calmer water where you're heading to.
Can I?
She's with one.
Obviously you don't, because you would have answered that. There's something about, little chimps and monkeys and things like that.
You know, with the tails, the trees.
You don't like anything like that.
Maybe I'm going to be dressing like a monkey.
I don't know, but I was just seeing them around. It could be like a power animal, something like that. I'm not trying to get out of it.
So we're in our break. We've done the first half. It's gone all right?
Yeah,
It's gone all right. Yeah, it's good.
it's been up, yeah.
No one's left. No one's walked
No.
out. Everyone's stayed, and so far everybody likes us. So that's always a bonus.
Yeah,
isn't
there's
it?
people that come in that do actually like us, so it's good.
So yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back for the second half and see what happens then.
Yeah.